In many middle-class homes, a quiet financial strategy is established long before anyone earns a salary. It rests on a single assumption: parents raise the child, and the child provides the retirement plan. For an older generation, this arrangement represents continuity, but for a young professional entering today's economy, it represents a massive, uncalculated financial obligation that begins the moment they receive their first paycheck. The vocabulary of the home makes this math difficult to question. Because the expectation is wrapped entirely in the language of devotion, asking for financial clarity can be treated as a moral failure. Using emotional duty to replace structural financial planning turns family warmth into an economic trap. This dynamic creates a hidden, dual existence. While projecting career success outwardly, many young professionals spend their nights calculating how to serve as the sole financial safety net for two different generations. They absorb compounding pressures in silence, balancing urban rent and rising living costs against the sudden, unpredictable medical requirements of aging parents. Internal friction rises whenever they try to build their own wealth. The conditioning is so deep that setting a personal financial boundary feels like an act of abandonment. Carrying this inherited burden keeps the next generation in a state of constant financial survival, making true independence nearly impossible to achieve. This model was originally a logical response to the historical reality of a localized, survival-based economy. In this era, multi-generational households shared a single roof. Care was a physical exchange: childcare for elder care or labor for shelter, operating with low capital requirements. That loop fails when geography changes. Separate households require cash, turning a logistical exchange into a capital burden. When the baseline cost of living was lower, the cash support required from children remained marginal and predictable. The older generation is running financial software designed for an economy that has completely expired. Today's urban landscape operates on different math. High-cost housing and modern inflation have structurally dismantled the old family model. This chart shows the reality of dual dependency. A single salary follows a linear path, while the costs of maintaining two separate households and modern healthcare diverge on exponential curves. The widening gap represents an inevitable mathematical deficit. To bridge this gap, the child often has to liquidate their own future, sacrificing investments and compounding assets to fund their parents' present needs. While a modern salary can support a life, it cannot single-handedly fund two generations of compounding urban inflation. Breaking this cycle requires a psychological shift. Refusing the role of a retirement plan is a prerequisite for the long-term stability of the entire family. Generational care now requires dismantling the old dinner table rules and firmly separating emotional devotion from financial architecture. This means building a financial foundation so resilient that you never become an economic burden to your own children. The most profound act of love a parent can offer is the quiet strength of their own financial independence. When a parent's financial baseline is independent, the atmosphere at the dinner table shifts. The heavy, unspoken tension of dependency simply evaporates. This autonomy removes the quiet resentment that accompanies financial need, allowing the relationship to focus on connection rather than survival. Children are family members. They are not pension products, insurance policies, or asset classes. Building your own financial floor ensures that the support you receive from your children is a voluntary expression of love, decoupled from economic necessity.